Hi, friends. We're back.
Doing it again.
I feel like that's become like a tagline of ours too.
We're back.
We're back. We're back.
We're
We're
back.
back. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What
Hi,
else do we
friends.
say? Hi, friends. Bye, friends. There's something else. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. We
Let's
say
get
that too.
into it.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. On today's episode of Behind the Red Door and all things.
Oh, we didn't do that in the last episode. Like we just kind of dove right in. We didn't say like on this next episode.
Oh yeah, we didn't. We just
We just went right in.
everyone's gonna be like, "What is this episode even about?" Anybody's guess?
Well, I mean,
at that
that's what the
point?
description is for. I always do
That's
great
true.
descriptions, so
Do
they'll
a
read it.
description. Anyway, on today's episode, we're gonna talk about friendship lore, how we met, friendship breakups, group chat dynamics, the different type of friends in our girl gang, what have you. So keeping it real, keeping it honest, keeping it millennial.
Sorry, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of zoned out for a second because
That doesn't
I'm
bode
getting
well
all
for
these.
me as the co-host of this podcast.
I'm getting so many
I
texts
kind
right
of zoned
now,
out
and
on
I'm
what
just
you were
like,
saying. Awesome.
I
I
didn't mean
love
to
that
zone
for
out
me.
on you. I didn't mean to zone out on you. It's just the texts were coming in, and it's work related texts, so it's like sometimes I'm like, hold on, I gotta see if I gotta answer this. I apologize.
Wait a minute.
But yes,
The
the friendship
the
stuff.
downfall of essentially being your own boss is that you're always on call.
Very true.
No, never a dull day, dull night,
Yep.
dull morning.
Yep. All right, friendships.
Friendship lore.
I'm looking at the topic that we looked up to do today, and it says how you met your friends.
How we met our friends? Oh, I definitely thought it was just how did we meet? But
Well,
how
it just
did we
says
meet
how
our
you met your
friends? That's
friends.
really easy. But at least for
I mean, we could
this
talk about how
particular
we
group.
met. I mean, we could talk
don't-
about how we met. We could talk about how we met majority of our friends, but
Oh, my husband's home.
a lot of mine were through dance and through work. Outside of that, I met you through my sister, so and we just clicked.
Instant besties. Right. And I feel like our friendship group is relatively easy because I met Christine and Becky at new employee orientation at our company in 2011. And then I don't think we met for like another year.
Yeah, I mean, I knew of you, but like, because my sister would tell me like about her friends, at work. So like I knew of you.
Talking to Jess. Who am I talking to?
Who else would she be talking to?
Talking to Jess. Took a long lunch today so we could record. Yeah.
Anyways.
But I'm saying like I knew that Christine had a sister about. Like I'm saying I don't think we met summer of 2011. I think we met summer of 2012.
Yeah. Like I said, we knew of each other, and I think there was like maybe a few times that like if we were just like out or like within a group, I don't know. I just feel like we didn't really like hang out until about a year later. Like just the three of us, I think it was.
Yeah, because wasn't it the year later that you guys got your apartment together?
Yeah.
It's whatever the year you got your apartment together is the year that I like met you.
Yeah. Well, because you were also like right down the road from us.
Yeah.
Like
right
you
there.
were, you literally lived right down the road. So you were like, you would come over all the time, or then we would go pick you up, and then we'd go out to our oregano nights.
Funny story. We're just exposing them. I'm gonna expose so much right now because we live so close to one another. Christine and I were each other's like, I'm gonna go hang out with somebody that like my friend or my sister or my mom doesn't approve of. Like, yeah, I'm going to Christine's. I'll be home late. Because my mom like never thought anything of it. But then, and I feel like Christine told me one time, she's like, hey, just so you know, I said this. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll vouch for you. And it's not like we did it all the time. I think I a handful of times between the two of us, but it was just so funny because we live so close. That was the easy, oh, where are you going? Christine and Jess's?
Well, that was, like, what I
I'm
used
gonna go
so,
see a
again,
boo.
back to how you met your friends. Obviously, you guys met through work, and then, like, I met just through relations with my sister, obviously, but, like, even for me, my friends outside of you guys were either through my dance activities or through work. So, I mean, I feel like you meet a lot of it's either that or you make your friends from, like, school, but, like, I didn't finish college, I didn't you know what I mean? So, I don't have friends from that time period, and high school was way too long ago. So,
Yeah.
uh, to remain friends with some of those people.
All of mine have been friends from work. I mean,
Yeah.
I have literal handful of friends that I know from elementary school, high school that I like keep in touch with, but we're not
Mhm.
in each other's lives in the day to day or checking in on one another. But like my adult friendships all came from my job
From work.
or and then nope,
Yeah.
my job, literally my job.
Mhm. Yeah. But I used to do the same thing, like, back in high school with my dance friends. It would be like, we each said we were at the other person's house. We were all together, but we were not where we were supposed to be. Let's
We
just
are
put it
not
that
where we
way.
said we were going to be. No. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was funny. But yeah, I think because like I distinctly remember like
You can't do that now, though, with the tracking and all the
true, like but at the so that's not true. 100% my iPhone could have been tracked because if this gives any indication, I remember being at school. I had my iPhone for the first time, and I kept getting a notification: "Your iPhone has been found. Your iPhone has been found." And like this went on for a good 6 or 7 months, and I just kept getting these notifications. And so we're all on the same family phone plan. And so finally, like a year later, because it happened again, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I got another one! Like I don't understand." And so I was telling my brother about it and my mom, and they both just started laughing. I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Oh, that's because I was, like, pinging your location to, like, find out where you are. Because before Find a Phone was a thing, you could, like, find y the phone's location." And he was like, "I was just making sure that you were where you said you were when mom said that you were, at the library or you were at Target with Cassie or whatever." And I was like, "That's so shitty." Like, I can't believe that you would do that. So and it, like, just wild. So, yes, you can't do that now because of Find My Phone, but before, even back then, you could still ping a phone's location and find someone. And so that was my brother would be, where's Vanessa on Friday night? It's like, said she was in the library studying. There's no way she's in the library studying. I'm going to try and catch her in a lie. Sure enough, I was
Yeah.
in the library.
I will say I actually didn't have to lie to my parents too much about where I was going because they actually preferred I told them because 'cause they're like, "Listen, we know you're gonna do it. Just tell us where you are." You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
with them, I actually didn't, but I had to help my friends
Hmm.
who didn't
Who
have
didn't
that
have as
same
cool of parents.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and again, my parents didn't want me, like, going, like, buck wild, but at the same time, it's like they were like, "We rather know that you're,
Yeah,
like,
it's a safety
where
concern.
you are and safe." And they knew all my friends who I was with, so, like, they were cool. What I actually have to lie more about was when I used to throw the parties at my house because they would not have wanted that. But they know about it now, so
Yeah.
this is no news to them if they watch an episode now, so no
Yeah.
news to them, they know. They're aware. They know.
I don't think my mom listens, but watch my mom. I get an email from my mom. What do you mean? Listen, I'm almost 40. Get out of here right now.
That was
Mind your
20
business.
years ago.
Yeah. Literally 20 years ago. Get out of here. So yeah.
Yeah,
But yes,
so
all friends minus a handful have come from
yeah,
work.
yeah. Especially now in adulthood, it's like, who else do I mean, that's who you spend a lot of your time with too, so it's like
I'm also not
yeah,
interested in like having new friends. I feel like that happens a lot in adulthood too, is like you meet new people
same.
from if I went to a
Yeah,
dance thing with you, like I would meet new people or, Ryan's in his new job and we're meeting new people and it is the polite thing to do. And there is a handful of people that I've met either at his company or like through different friend groups. So you're like, oh my gosh, like you were so cool. And like, I would love to hang out with you. I
yeah,
don't have time. I think you're
yeah.
cool.
Like, it's cool, like,
I
if
barely
you're,
have time
like,
for
in a setting
you
where, like,
guys.
"Oh, I've met you before," like, "Oh,
Yes.
you're here too," like, "Cool, we know each other," like, things like that, yes, I'm okay with and, like, I like, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, to make, like, a brand new friend,
Friend. It's
like, to
hard.
bring them into my life, no, thank you. No, thank you, sorry. It also
No,
takes
maybe.
me a really long time to trust people. You know this. You know
Yes.
this about me. Takes me a really long time to let people in. And when I do let you in, you better not mess it up because let's just say I'll forgive. I never forget.
Never forget.
It's always up here. And that's true about Geminis. We've talked about this before with the whole
Well, people
zodiac
also
thing,
think
and we'll get
forgiveness
into
means
that.
forgetting, but it
But
doesn't.
yeah, no, like I'm mature enough to like move on and not let something like bog me down anymore because I just don't have the energy to let it stress me out. But at the same time, it's like we're not going to have the same relationship. And I've had to go through this within the last year of just certain people.
Gotta
Done.
do it. Gotta do it sometimes.
It's done.
I've only
In the
done it with
words
one
of
person
Kristen,
my
in
entire
the
life.
words of Kristen Cavallari, dunzo.
Dunzo. That was
Dunzo.
a dunzo for sure. That was a dunzo for sure. Yes. But that's hard too. Like we've talked about that before. Like when do you call it? When do you continue to put in the effort? When do you,
Yeah.
you know, keep trying to make the effort?
Life,
When is the energy being matched, taken into consideration? And then what happens when it's mutual, when both parties are just busy and our lives don't intersect anymore? Like when do you stop trying to force the intersect? As I feel
yeah.
like is a very
Life's too
pointed
also
thing
too
because it's
short.
nothing bad. It's
Yeah.
nothing bad.
And
Like
life's too
everybody's
short.
life is just different.
Mhm. When I was sorry, I kept trying to I was interrupting you by accident, but life's just too
Interrupt.
short not to protect your peace. You know what I mean? Protect your peace.
Touch your piece.
If you're not bringing peace into my life, like if I have to like see your name and like not want to talk to you via text or whatever, I'm like, then that's not doing anything for me. I should not be having those feelings about my friends. Just saying.
Yeah, definitely friends for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we talked about that last time. Like it's never. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were talking about firefighters, and she has a friend whose spouse is a fire person. I don't know. And so we were talking about like potentially coordinating like our kids getting together with like a fire truck because my nephew's in the fire academy and blah 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 blah. And so I was like, oh, and I was like, oh well, I guess you don't need me. Like you could always go with this person. She's like, actually, I haven't talked to them in a really long time. And I was like, and I was shocked to find that out. But it's just, and I was like, what was everything? She said, it wasn't anything bad. It was just we kind of just stopped talking.
Yeah.
Which I always thought was always like, how do you just stop talking to somebody? I've intentionally stopped talking to somebody, like just not responding to their text and then they never text you back, but just in the
Hmm.
sway of things of checking in on one another or how are things going. I feel like that's a current state that I find myself in with some of our friends. And it's like when it's not anything bad. It's not that you're mad at each other. It's not that you had a falling out. It's not, oh, they said this or they voted this way or like whatever the case is. It's just
Yeah.
is it distance? Is it because we live 30 minutes apart from one another? We only live 15 minutes apart, and that doesn't really seem to be a problem. I have friends who live literally 5 minutes up the road, and I never see them. Like, but it's
For me, I think it's like an energy thing. Like I don't think
interesting.
it has to
Tell
do
me
with
more.
distance. I think it has to do with what someone is bringing into the dynamic of the
But what if the
relationship.
energy is
Because
good? Like, what if it's good? Like every time you see this person on the occasions that you do, every time you see them, you're like,
okay,
oh, I wish
let
we
me
hung out
rephrase that.
more.
Let me rephrase that. Not the energy,
Okay.
effort. We're going to talk about effort.
Mm.
Um, two of my closest friends do not live here. I talk to them almost every day, whether it's work related or it's just personal related. I talk to them every day. And if I don't, in a few days, it's like, oh my God, I'm the worst. I'm here again. You know what I mean? Like there's an effort that goes into our communication to keep our friendship going. And the three of us, because they both live in Texas, but even then, they live in Texas. They don't even see each other. But the three of us are super close and they don't even see each other that often. It's usually like, when are we all getting together? And we have to kind of like plan when we have those moments. And I don't see them a whole lot. But for us, it's one of those things that, like, even if we were to stop doing the work, I know that the three of us would not stop talking because of the effort that we put into communicating with each other. So again, you could have good energy with a lot of different people. Like you said, when you see them, when you get together, oh, it's great. Why don't we do this more often? Yeah, why don't you do this more often? Because no one's actively putting the effort in to make it happen.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens. So I think some things just fizzle out, like you said, and it's just there's no hard feelings, whatever. Things just fizzle out. Maybe distance, maybe just schedules not working, whatever. But then I
Just
think
eh.
sometimes when you go from talking to someone all the time and then it slowly starts to dwindle away, I think you have to take a step back and look at it as like, well, am I the one that's stepping away? Are they the one not putting the effort in? Why is it so hard to make this work? Like, I think that just kind of should open up people's eyes and just be like, what's going on here? Let's figure this out. And that's what I have to do. And I'm much better for it. So,
True. Yeah.
and it was
Just
no one
interesting space.
specific thing. It was just some things that had just progressed over time. Sometimes it is something that happens and there's a miscommunication and things like that. But for me, it was just things that I had started to come to a realization about over time. And I finally got to a point where I was like, I'm done. I'm no longer putting the effort in. I'm not doing it.
Fair. Yeah.
So,
It
so
is
yeah,
just
I
it's
think it's
just a weird
effort,
space.
not energy. Effort. Because we talk about this with even our friend group, right? If it wasn't if it wasn't you people, I would not put the effort in. Like
Mm.
when we're trying to drastically make plans and all the things, if it's not you guys, then I'm not going to be working this hard to try to figure out my life schedule. Like I'm just like
Are you
deuces. I'm
available the
like I'm
3rd
out. You know what I
September,
mean?
3rd weekend in September in 2027?
But
Book it now.
I think we I think our friend group, it's like we've chosen each other. Like it's like we've chosen each other to be our extended friend family that like we're going to put that effort in. Just like we mentioned in the last episode when we were like, you're not going to schedule more than one thing in one day. But again, when it comes to you guys,
Yeah,
if
like,
it
that
makes
would be
sense,
the exception to the
I'm
rule.
gonna put the effort in. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put the effort in because I know you all would put the effort in if it was the other way around.
Yeah, and I
And
definitely
that's
have,
just how
like
I feel.
I do have that rule, but we've also scheduled plans and, like, I can see a day works good for everybody, and so then I have to say, like, "Okay, is this one of those times where I'm gonna, break this rule of mine?" Yeah, yes, you have your, like, core group of people that would happen to. Like, I have told you guys, I've told literally everyone, there are very few people that I will blow up plans for just because of how hard it is to make plans. Yes, but what I was saying was, like, even for us doing The Devil Wears Prada, like, I had treatment that came up. I was fine if you all still wanted to go see the movie, but you guys were willing to run the risk of it coming out of theaters for us to go
Mhm.
on Monday, which
Yeah,
we
I
should
mean,
probably
worst
look
case
at tickets, but
scenario, if it's not extended past this week, worst case scenario, we're scheduling a screening to watch it together. Like
yeah,
we're doing something of some sort,
yeah.
whether it's in your backyard or somebody's house, whatever. We'll figure it out. But
Next movie night is Devil Wears Prada 2.
and everybody dress up.
Yes.
Everybody wear heels to Vanessa's house. Just
Yes,
kidding.
please. Wear your heels and your
Um,
swimsuits. Thanks.
but I think also what has to come with the effort is acceptance. Because even like what you were just explaining, I think like we also have come to an understanding now with each other that if someone really is not going to make it or we can't make it work, there's that acceptance of we get it. You know what I mean? Whereas like if you do that sometimes with some other friends, no matter what stage you are in life, sometimes they're just like, you never make time for me. Why does it have to be that response?
Yeah.
So, and that's what I'm saying. I think we've all gotten to this understanding of like, yes, we're going to put in the effort, but there's also that acceptance of we get it if you really can't make it work.
And I will say for new friends, that's actually really important. So there's a new person that I've been hanging out with, has the same disability that I do, around the same age group. Really want to foster that relationship, and so we were supposed to go hang out, and I completely forgot that it was even a thing. And so she had text, I think the night before, Cal wasn't sleeping. I just didn't pay attention to my phone. And so at the end of the day, I saw the text message and I was like, okay, I can try to make this work. It was a day where we had like 4 things scheduled, which again, I try not to do, but sometimes you make concessions. And so I was like, yeah, 100%. Like, we can totally try and make this work. And I had sent her that text message. And then I was just a wreck after. Because I was like, I can't cancel. She's going to hate me. She's going to think that like, I'm not putting in the effort. And I'm just like, I
Mhm.
really am going back and forth. And Ryan was like, just tell her you can't make it. Like, we have a 1.5-year-old. I was like, I know, but I literally, and so I like sat there for like a good hour. And then I finally texted her back and I was like, "Hey, I am so sorry that I literally just told you that we will be there tomorrow. There's a lot more going on that I let on, and like I cannot make it happen. It's not that I don't want to see you. It's not that, this isn't important to me. It just 100% skipped my mind." And
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh my gosh, like no worries at all. Like next time," she's like, "the next couple weekends I'm busy because I'm traveling." And then she's getting ready to go to Spain, and I was like, "Cool. Like then I'm gonna have to catch you when you get back because our free time still didn't mesh." Um,
Mhm.
and so I think even that, because there have been situations within that too where I've done that, and it's been that, well, well, what's wrong, when like having somebody extend grace in that way, you're like, oh, okay. Because now when the next time something comes up, I'm going to remember that and remember that effort. And same thing, like she's canceled on me before too, like just understanding that life happens and that it's not personal until if something were to happen where I could go to you and be like, hey, Jess, like I just want to make sure like we're okay. That's different, but
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yep. Acceptance and effort, people. That's all it takes. That's all it
And
takes.
I think acceptance and realizing that that was one of the things that I realized too. So I have a gambit of age groups of friends. I have people that are way older
Mhm.
than us, same age, 10 years younger than we are, so on and so forth. It's just a gambit, especially because of the jobs that I've had and just like who I've interacted with. Um,
Yeah.
and one of the harder things in one set of friendships was like the friends mentality. Like, let's get together right after work. Let's get together on Saturday morning. And it's just that is fine for that season of our life when you are 25, 26, 27, and that is like your core thing. But then once, you're over 30 or you're seeing someone, or even if you're not seeing somebody, your time is just valued differently. And so it's
Yeah.
no, after work I want to go home. I don't want to go hang out. I don't want to go to happy hour. And just kind of realizing like that phase of life just ebbs and flows. And I used to think that that was sad. Like, oh, remember like when we all just opened for me, opened my dorm room door. Hey, I'm going to go to dinner in the caf. Who wants to go? And then all of a sudden you've got 20 different people walking up to the cafeteria with you. It's not like that once get home
Yeah.
and go into the real world and get a job or even post job or I did hear that.
Yeah. Give me a second. Hold on, guys. I'm back.
I'm back from outer space. So yeah, I
I
just think
just
that
walked
that's
in to find you here. Sorry.
on base. Anytime we say I'm back,
I will
that's
survive.
just know that that's what's going through my head. Um, but yeah, but I feel as though I'm treading lightly just based off of like the friends. I have no idea if these particular individuals in my life listen to our podcast or are doing like see. I think that's I know one of our one topics was like late night spirals. Yeah, what's up?
Wait, what?
You said hold on, so I said
No, I was gonna add on to something you said, but you finish and then I'll
oh,
and then I'll
uh, of like
I didn't think you caught that.
I
That's why I put it down right away.
please I clocked that immediately. I'm a Cancer. I clocked that instantly. Um, that's always my fear is how I am perceived and just making sure that that's one of what I think is one of my greatest strengths is making sure everybody leaves my space feeling loved and comforted. And I know that that's not always the case, and I am the villain in some people's stories, and that is what it is. But in talking about friendships, like
If
I still care
anyone
about these.
ever saw you as a villain, I would be like, "Shut up." I'd be like,
I'm
"Shut
sure that I am. I can think
up."
of a handful of people that I am the villain in their story.
Vanessa,
I'm saying I'm the villain
there's
in
no
their
way.
story, not that I
There's
am.
no way. There's no way. Even at your worst, there's no way that someone could look at you as a villain just because of the way you roll and like the way you do things. You still do things in a respectful manner, whether you're in somebody's life or not, like or like them
That's
or
true.
not.
I'm never like a jerk.
Yeah. Me on the other hand, I'll let you know real quick. I'm just like, because I go from 0 to 100, then I come back down and I finally get back to the rational Jess. But like in the moment, No, I'm up. I'm out there.
Yeah. Anyway, I was just like, what if they're listening to this and they're like, I'm that friend, but they're not, I'm not. It's just that is a dynamic that I feel like I'm currently going through. And also because for our listeners who do know me, that I do have so many different groups of friends. And I'm just
Mhm.
really trying to, and not that I don't love each and every one of them or think each and every one of them is important. And that's why I mentioned the thing like sometimes it's not a falling out or a disagreement. It's just they're, they've now moved across town and have, a core unit of friends that is theirs. And it's, am I sad to not like be included in that core unit? Yeah, but I also live 30 minutes away from you. Like, of course I'm not going to be in this
Yeah.
core group. And also as adult friends, you do have those pockets of friends automatically. And so trying to mix them or trying to like rank them always gets really interesting and things like that. But when I found out I was pregnant, I had to decide who I was telling immediately to be people in case something were to happen, and who I was going to tell when it was safe, and who was going to be in between those spaces. And so I think that was
Mhm.
just really helpful. Like who would be my first call if something happened? Who are the people that I would want to tell? If this doesn't work out, and
Yeah.
that's been kind of like my catapult into like where I'm investing my time, who I'm going to make those sacrifices for, you know. But I'm also willing in some different friend groups, like we keep trying to get together and we're unable to. I'm still going to those conversations. Like, hey, we keep saying we want to. Like, I still want to see you guys. Like, can we try to come up with a date? And we just can't. Everyone is busy. Everyone's,
Yeah.
and that's not bad. It just is what it
But
is.
that's where the effort comes in. The
I
effort
think
is
that's
still
where the
it's still
acceptance comes
trying.
in too, because I'm not sitting
Yeah.
here like, why don't they want to hang out with me? Don't they want to make me a No, I understand just as much as they do that life is busy and we all don't have time.
Mhm. But like you just said, and that's what I was raising my finger about before to like add on when you were like, I hope they don't think like I'm talking about them or like, oh, that's me, like I'm that friend. And I'm just like, but what? So where my mind went, I'm probably gonna make this sound all wrong right now. So apologies to whoever if I offend anyone at the moment. But also, when did we see this is what I do, okay? That's what reels me in because I just go there, okay?
Look,
But
Landon,
when did we get to a point where everyone just assumes everything is about them?
I think that's a millennial thing in how we were parented.
Because like I feel like
Personally.
I'm pretty yeah, I feel like I'm pretty good at like not making everything about me or just
Yeah.
jumping to a conclusion that like if somebody's saying something that it's automatically about me. But like I'm not wording that or it made more sense back when I first had the thought because of what we were talking about. Now I feel like we ventured away from it a little bit. But I guess what I'm trying to say is more is like I think that's where friendships that tend to pull apart too is that if there's that selfish nature
Mm.
of they're not hitting me up, why aren't they hitting me up? Why again, you're saying why about yourself? Why aren't you now hitting them up? Why does it have to be them hitting you up? Or like I'm just saying like
Yeah.
there's a lot of different things that come into
There's
play,
a
but I just feel
mutuality
like
to it for sure.
yeah, so like at the end of the day, it's like there needs to be that effort, acceptance, and also not to be selfish in your behavior. That's just how I feel.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, my
Because like
esthetician has a podcast, and so, like, I was always just like, "What if she's talking about me right now?" I never voiced that to anybody, I never voiced that to her, but that is, like, a thing that you're thinking of, especially when somebody
mhm,
who's, doing your hair or your makeup or an esthetician even, starts talking about their clients, like, that is everyone's, "Oh my gosh, what if they tell, like, this crazy story that happened the last time I went to go see her?" And that's never once happened, and I've never that's never made me stop listening to it either.
mhm.
Like, I love her podcast, Wax Pros, in case anybody wants to learn more about, wax boss girlies. Um, and I think she's a delight, but you do have that instinctual, like, when you hear something like, "Am I that client that she's talking about?" I've had that happen where I'm like, "Oh, no, like, did I not tip her well enough? Like, am I included in the bad tippers?" Like, and obviously not. I
Yeah.
tip everybody 20% even if they did a shitty job. Like, I'm still gonna tip you because that's how you make your living. Um, So I think that talks to the selfishness of like, I can have that thought, but then my immediate thing is like, probably not. And then like you like brush it off. Or at that point, I would then reach out. Hey, I've done that before. I'm like, oh man, nobody ever got back to me on that one. And I'll, 4 weeks later, hey guys, were we still trying to like do something? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we'll
Yeah.
like talk schedules, and then it just still won't go anywhere. And so at a certain point, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop.
But you're not sitting there. You're not sitting there
Yeah, I'm
going
not
like,
sitting there
"Oh, no one's
pining.
no one's responding to me. Why are they not responding to me?"
Yeah,
And I think that's where it's like, I've dealt with people like that.
oh yeah,
Why
because
aren't you hitting me up?
even in that, even in that line of thinking, like, gosh, there's no way, like we can. It's more so just like, oh well, this person's probably busy, and I know that this person has this thing going on, and they probably looked at the message and completely forgot about it, and now it's 5 days later.
Mhm.
I'm either going to accept it and go, well, everybody's busy because it doesn't feel like it's anything personal. Or if I am really then upset about it, I will then go back into the chat and go, hey, were we still trying to do this? Like, I'm down to try and make it happen if we can make it happen. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And I think that's the mutual fizzing out of a friendship that is an interesting
Yeah.
space to be
Mhm.
as an adult.
I feel you. I feel it. I feel it.
Brr, brr.
I'm looking at the next bullet point. It says group chat dynamics. Should we get into it? Because
Oh, I feel like you
I
have
already know who
thoughts.
I am. I already know who I am in the group chat dynamic. I'm I'm two people.
Okay.
I'm two people. I'm either the one who's bringing up when are we doing this?
Yes.
Like that's me. I'm always the like I have this idea, when are we doing this?
Yes.
Or I'm just the reaction friend and I have barely any answers or responses and I just
Garbage, you're
emphasize
never the
like love.
reactionary friend. Somebody else in that group chat
Oh,
is
I
the
so am the
reactionary. No, you're
reactionary friend.
not.
What are you talking about?
No.
Between the four of us, I
No.
am always the how many times have I just put the emphasis on something or the heart on something?
But
And
I
I'm
always
just like,
feel like
yep,
you say something after.
I try because everybody else does.
Oh.
But usually I'm like, I don't want to be.
Oh, interesting. We're just gonna call her
The thing
friends. I
is that
think Becky is the reactionary friend because we also will like try to talk like on my lunch break or like Christine, not that her schedule is
no,
flexible,
I
like
think
she's not.
I'm Becky's the I'm catching up friend.
Yes. Becky's the always catching up. She's like, holy group chat, Batman.
Granted,
Yes.
granted she should be. Becky, we love you. Granted, you got a lot going on. We love
Yes.
you.
And
You
that's what I was
play
like. I don't
catch
want
up
to say
all you
like
want.
the three of us are like lackadaisical and can text all day every day, but like when the three of us are available simultaneous at the same time, it's usually when Becky is like teaching or driving or
Mhm.
instructing, and we're just like 42 messages
And the
later.
thing is that I'm usually at work too when all that's happening, but I have the luxury of like, I have my text right on my computer. So I'm like, it's easy for me to just
I guess that's true.
hop
Yeah.
in the group chat real quick. It's real easy for me to do that because I'm not
Yes.
in the classroom teaching anymore, which is nice. So
Yes. So that's what I
yeah,
was like. I feel
but
like she's the reactionary and the catch up.
yeah,
What am I? Now I'm nervous. I'm the
you're
clarifier.
the
I'm the clarifier.
you're like the mother of the group. You're the mother of the group.
No.
Not in a
Man.
not in the sense of like you're a mom, like not in that sense. You're like the okay, I'll say you're the caretaker of the group.
All right. I
I feel
I
like
will accept
I
said
feel
role.
like you are always trying to accommodate. Like
Yes.
you always do it. Every time we do a text, you're always like, "Well, I know this doesn't work for this person and this doesn't work for this." I'm like, Vanessa, just say what dates you're available. Like just say it. That nope, I'm changing who I am. I'm the get to the point. I'm the get to the point person in the chat.
Yes.
Get to the point, people.
Yes. Well, I know Becky said 4 months ago that this day might not work, and Christine said that this day isn't available. So
Yes,
how about
that's
this one?
literally you.
I do try
You're
to
always
answer for
thinking
everybody
about
because I
everybody
know
else.
I
I
know
know.
all the pieces. So I want to chime in
Yeah.
because Becky might be driving and might not be able to respond right away, or like
Mhm.
Christine told me in another chat that like this was going on. So I want to bring all the pieces to the table. I have
I'm
all the
trying to pinpoint.
ingredients. Let me tell you, I have all the ingredients.
You're the. That's what I said. You're the caretaker. You hold it all. You hold it all there. I'm
I
trying to
accept.
pinpoint my sister because my sister does different things at different times. I'm trying to pinpoint her personality in the group chat. She's the multi-texter, multiple messages in a row. There it is. Boom.
Yep.
Whereas
I was
there's
gonna say
nothing wrong
over
with that.
explainer, but not in a bad way. But multiple
Yeah,
texture would be the same
it's like
thing.
the like, I didn't get all my thoughts out. Now I gotta send another one. I gotta like,
Yes,
she's just gotta get all the thoughts out.
gotta get all the thoughts out. But then
Mhm.
that's how I collect all the key ingredients. So like I also
Yes.
also I don't
Yes.
mind.
And then this is me on my phone. Can we figure this out and get to the point? That's me.
Yes. And then I go in, I know these things, I know these things, I know these things, I know these things. Here are some options. And then your sister is, here are all these 97 things as well.
Mhm. Yep.
And then Becky goes, yeah,
She's
whatever
the fact
works.
she's the my sister is the fact giver. She gives the facts.
She
She
does.
gives it. She
Yes.
gives the facts.
Agreed. And then Becky will just
And
go,
then
whatever
Becky just
works.
chimes in 2 hours. Then Becky chimes in 2 hours later. Good with me, guys. Did we decide on
Yes.
that? Yes.
Or did we decide on a
We love
day?
our group.
Yes. Here's the day that we decided after these 47 messages. Okay, cool. Great. Love all of them.
I love us. We're fantastic. But see, this is why I think our group works. Because if we had too many people who were the same, this group dynamic would not work. It's like we all bring a little something to the table, you know?
Yeah, I would agree.
Our little quirks and our little things that we do.
Which is why we need to find a reel for 4 and not 3. So we've yet
Yeah,
to find that.
we will find it.
We will.
I will find it.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
I'm trying to
The
think if
last bullet on here.
there's any other
Oh,
group
group
chat
chat
dynamics.
dynamics.
I feel like I'm also a multi-texter too. Like I I text in sentences
Well, yeah, we
where
kind of
Christine
all
will
kind of
text in
bleed
thought.
into it.
Yeah.
Like we definitely like all do that at some point. I feel like we all the qualities we just mentioned, I feel like we all do that at some point in
True.
the group
Yes,
chat.
very
It's
true.
just
Yes.
some of us do it. It's just some of us do it more than others.
Yep.
That's just how it
It's
is.
so funny that you say that because I think about that every time I text in the group where I will like be answering for Becky or Christine because of something I know. And I'm like, don't do that. But I can't. but
But you do that.
I
There's nothing wrong
do.
with that.
I do. Every time I'm like, no, let them respond for them.
Yeah.
Just because you happen to know, don't
And the
do it.
reason why I said, and then that's when I came to the realization of after us talking it through, I was just like, I'm always that one where like if we didn't land on the plan, then like 3 days later, I'm gonna be like,
What are we doing?
okay, what is the plan? Like
Yes.
that is me. Like I'm definitely like a let's get to the point and figure it out.
Yes. Let us pick a day, pick a time, pick a place. Let us do it. Yes.
I love us. We're great.
We are great. For those
I
blessed
wonder
enough
what
to
the
know
guy
us.
group chat dynamic is.
I don't
I
even
could just see
begin.
it now.
Even with our
What are we
most
doing
recent
then? What
hangout,
are we doing?
it's
What are
not
we
even
doing
that.
on Sunday?
Yes, on
I don't
Saturday.
know. Let's go golfing.
No, so I do know that they did at least pick golfing early, and Ryan said that he instigated it because they had talked about it the last time we were all together, and so Ryan put in the chat, here's the link here, or I think it was to Bel Air. Here's the link to like the putting green, and then a month later, I don't know who it was, somebody else chimed in and they picked where they went, and it was on our side of town, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Like they're all coming over here this time. Usually there's a middle ground somewhere, and they're like, no, like they picked it. That's where we're going. And so he then set everything up. And then even I think a week before, I was like, what time are you doing? I don't know. I don't think we've picked a time yet. How do you live your life like this? All he said was I told him it had to be in the afternoon. I was like, okay. And they figured it out. I feel
What
like
text message
Herb
is
would
this?
be uh the catch up, the response, like the catch up to the
Her would be like Becky.
Becky.
Ryan's kind of sounding like you at this point. I mean, like, I'm just saying.
But in like generalness, I feel like he would be you, and then Skylar would be me, or like I don't know.
Ryan. I will adopt Ryan. Ryan will be like a mix of the two of us because my significant other is not in the group chat, so
There you go. He can hold two
because he
positions.
doesn't live, he doesn't know everybody yet, so
That's his own fault. Also, guys don't do that.
it
Guys
is
wouldn't
what it is.
initiate him before meeting him, so like that's fine.
Also, they wouldn't break this down like the way we're doing. They wouldn't be doing.
Also
What's
true.
our group chat dynamic?
Yeah. But if I had to pick, I would say that Herb would be the catch-up. Ryan would probably be you in the sense of, like, "Are we doing this?"
Mhm. But also the planner because
Yes.
he like, how
And
you
then I
would
feel like
be
Skylar
trying to
crosses
plan
between
it.
the other 2 of, like, the caretaker of, like, "Well, I know." I feel like Skylar would do that, be the caretaker in that situation, and then also the, like, too many facts. Like, "Bro, just pick a day.
Mhm.
Just pick a day. Just pick a time."
Pick a day. Pick a day. I love it.
There you go. We've
Our
analyzed
group is
everybody.
great.
If you guys are listening, feel free to let us know if we're right or wrong. I don't think any of our husbands listen to this, but I know Christine does. So,
Yeah, Chris definitely listens. I think Becky's caught an episode here and there, but she's so busy. Like, I don't expect her to be, like, listening all the time, so
well, she gotta
but who
drive,
knows?
like,
Maybe on, like,
an
her
hour. Maybe she is
that's
listening.
true. She could put us on in the car, so shout out
Because
to
she's
our friends
probably
if they
more
are
likely to
listening.
do it now that we're in, like, different topics.
Yeah. Yeah, I know she wasn't really into the whole One Tree Hill because she had never really seen it, so I get it. As for some of our listeners, thank you for still listening in even when you weren't One Tree Hill fans, so thank you.
Yeah.
The
What's
last
friendship lore?
bullet point on here
Oh,
says, "Being the mom friend versus chaotic friend." Do we wanna talk about that? Who's
no,
I feel like I'm the chaotic friend.
no. So this bullshit, we don't have chaos in our group. I'm not friends with
I
anybody
feel
who's
like
chaotic anymore.
yeah, but sometimes chaotic can just be like all over the place chaotic, not like in a negative way chaotic.
Oh, and that's your sister.
But yeah, we don't really
With much love to her. She's the chaos. She's the chaos. In the best free
but also
dancing
the mom friend, but she's
Phoebe
also a mom
runner.
friend as well.
Yes.
She's also the mom friend as well. Chris, we
Yes.
love you.
We do.
Chris,
But
we
but
love
I say
you.
that because of, her freestyle dancing and just the uh unabandoned like joy and laughter and like she's chaos in that sense of like, "Hey, did you mean to delete the movie night calendar invitation because you're not going?" Or
She
it's
goes,
like,
"Oh
"Was
my
that
god, yes."
intentional? Are you trying to tell me you hate me? What is it?" And I knew, and as soon as she said it, I was like, that tracks." Like that, it's that cutesy kind of chaos that makes that. I was like, that's
Yes.
then it's Christine. Christine's the chaotic friend.
Yeah, it's not like the negative chaotic. It's just like everything's going on.
Yes. Yes.
But again, we all have these traits. Like we all
Yeah.
do these things at some point in time. It's just funny how some of us just it tends to happen more than the other.
Yes.
Because she is also the mom friend.
Yes.
It's all about the moms. And I get it because you guys are moms now.
Yeah.
But I am not a mom. So let's be real. I'm going to keep you all on your toes because I am not a mom.
While
So I'm going to
Becky's
be
a
like,
mom, I also
ladies,
feel like
let's
she keeps
get
us
it
on our
together.
toes too, because she also like randomly will come into the chat and be like, "Yeah, 100% we should go see this concert." What? You want to go see this
What?
concert? I am shocked. I think she just wants to live life with the people she loves. So
Yeah.
Becky's
Yeah.
the spicy friend. She keeps it spicy. You never
I
know.
like that.
Yeah.
That keeps it spicy. She does. You never know what you're going to get with her.
Yeah, I never know. In the
I like
greatest of
that.
ways.
I
But I
like
also do know
that.
what I'm going to get at the same time. Like she's consistent
Yeah.
enough that I know what I'm going to get, but she's inconsistent enough that you're going to wrap the whole entire
Mhm.
Snoop Dogg bridge at this karaoke party?
Let's
Okay.
just make up our own. Let's just make up our own thing for the trend. So what if Becky was the spicy one,
Okay.
right? Becky was spicy. Chris would be I feel like we have to just go with the chaotic.
I know, but I want a different term. I don't want chaotic. I want something like
Yeah, no, we need a better term than that. Let's
the confetti. Could
let's
she be the
chat.
confetti? Because like it's chaotic and it kind of goes everywhere, but it makes everybody happy.
Yeah, but I feel like it needs to be something hold on. I'm on it.
Glitter?
See, like this, I like she could be like either the electric one or like the spirited one. Like
Ooh,
spirited it says
electric. Do electric.
energetic in a
Electric.
it says energetic in a fun way, but I like electric. So
I like
she's gonna
electric.
be the electric one.
What are you?
I don't know. I had it a second ago and now I lost it. I don't know. I had one in my head, and then
The
I was like,
anchor? Like, 'cause you ground all of us?
"Ooh, ooh,
I'm
do I though?"
sensing matching tattoos coming in our future, that's all.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I keep it real with everybody, right? So,
Yeah.
like, keep it real. The anchor. I like it.
Is keeping it real and anchor, though? I feel like those are 2 totally separate things.
I no, because yeah, because it's like you said, like, keeping everyone grounded, like,
You could also be the fact checker, because 'cause you're also the one that comes in, you're like, "That's not true. That's not a real. Don't believe it. No,
so
they're not going on tour. Don't get your hopes up." You're the fact checker.
I know, but they got spicy and electric. I'm like, I need a fun word.
Fun word for fact checker?
Yeah. The detective? I am
Ooh.
a good
You
detective.
are a good
I always
detective.
find out everything.
Yes, detective.
You should have seen me back in my day too. When I have to like internet stalk, I am the detective.
I internet stalked somebody for Ryan this weekend. I did a great job. Hire me now, FBI. I found out everything.
Okay. I'm going with I'm the detective. And
Yes.
then are we just going with you're the caretaker or do we want something more fun than that?
What's a fun word for caretaker?
I don't know. Let's find out.
The nanny? That sounds terrible. I don't want to be Nanny Carrie.
Then
I am no Nanny Carrie, that's for darn sure.
oh, I don't like what they came up with. Keeper, nurturer, guardian, den mother, caretaking queen. That's too wordy.
I'm currently reading the Throne of Glass series, so I'm like, oh, do I want to be like the healer? And that sounds really weird, so I don't want to do that. But like I don't even want to say like I'm a holistic anything. Like, I don't know.
Spicy, electric, detective. I still feel like mine isn't good enough. It's like those two have like adjectives. We need adjectives.
Adjectives. I would agree.
Okay, I'm going back to the drawing board. An adjective
Okay, I'm gonna go to the drawing board too.
for a detective. Let's see what they come up with. Observant, sharp, perceptive, analytical, methodical, astute, clever. The clever one.
Clever.
Tenacious. Do we like tenacious?
Sure. What we need to do is we need to give Becky and Christine their adjectives and then give them framework of
Them
what
to give
ours are
us
and then for
adjectives.
them to do us. I liked detective, but I understand that it's
Like I feel, you know what I mean? Like I feel
yeah,
like those two we gave like
spicy,
descriptive
electric.
words. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss. Could I be the steadfast one? That sounds terrible. That's the only thing that like popped out.
I like the word gentle. I like the word protective for you.
I feel like we're gonna need to think about this one.
I
I
think
do think that
so.
we should task Becky and Christine with
Should
their
we put them on the spot on our next podcast when they're with us?
yes, yes, yes. I like that.
Okay, let's
After a
do that.
couple margs, ask them.
Because see, like we gave Becky spicy, but I'm like, I can be pretty spicy too, but
You could, but it's
but
not
in
the
a
same
different way.
spice. Yeah, it's not the same
Yeah,
spice.
it's different. Yeah.
All right, everybody. That's friendship lore.
I feel
We
like
did
we went
it.
a little all over the place at the end.
Well, because we have like bullet points and things that we're trying to talk about at the same time, but friendship lore.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we did at least talk about the friendship breakups because I know that that's in my reels a lot. So
Hmm.
maybe someone out there who's listening is like, oh my gosh, that's what's happening to me.
Yeah.
I'm not a weirdo.
Well, I think that's a relationship though that never is absent in anybody's life. You know what I mean? Like I know
Mm.
sometimes people don't have relationships with like family members or maybe significant other like love relationships. But I feel like friendships is one of those universal types of relationships that, like, I think everybody can relate to in some way. So,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Mhm.
Agreed.
I could be the inquisitive one. Inquisitive.
I was gonna
'Cause
say
I
a
always wanna
rose,
know.
only because of your shirt. Because
Oh, I
like,
love roses. Roses are my favorite.
I know, your rose everybody's always happy to see a rose, but sometimes they're a little prickly if you're not careful.
Mm, but that's now a noun. I'm a noun. I'm a rose.
Alright,
I'm beautiful yet prickly.
that's what I was going for. Yes, we'll have to I think we should put them on the spot and have them come up with ours
Oh,
because we
lord.
came up with
I'm
theirs,
nervous
it's
for
only
that one.
fair. I
It is
wouldn't
only
be.
fair.
The electric and the spicy one are the ones doing it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh, god. That's what I'm nervous about. No, I'm just kidding.
It'll be more fun that way, for sure. Yes.
Yeah, it will be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited for those glasses that I ordered. Sorry, random topic. Those glasses.
Don't spoil the surprise for our listeners.
I know. You'll all see. We'll see. You guys are invited to my birthday, our
Yes.
listeners. You get a little window inside of our
Come behind
evening
the red
that we have
door
planned.
to a girls' slumber party.
Literally behind the red door because I have a red door.
That's why I said it.
We're literally gonna be behind the red door.
Mhm.
So I'm excited. Okay. We won't keep you guys any
What
longer. This
if,
episode went longer than I expected.
what
What's up?
if we record and we do our reels and now all of a sudden the four of us are like mom talk, but like not mom talk. Like the four of us are like, what are these four doing today? The episode of us from a bachelorette party dancing at the train station is probably still my favorite. Wish it would have exploded more online because it was so great.
Maybe we need to do a repost.
Maybe
Throwback
the
Thursdays
dance
coming
off,
up.
the dance off between. It'd be funny to see the dance off between Becky and Christine in Vegas, and then at my bachelorette party, and then their dance off at my wedding
Oh,
because
put
they
them
did the
like side
dance
by
off both.
side.
Yeah,
Like side by side.
that'd be funny. That'd be funny.
They have a feature now on Instagram, I think on the story where you could put like one on top of the other
Mm,
to like compare. At least I've seen it in the story
I want a
setting. I don't
side
know
by
if you could
side,
do it. Yeah.
not a
You might
top
have
to
to go
top.
into the edit apps for that one, but yeah.
We'll see. All right, friends.
All right.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye,
Bye,
friends.
friends.